Hey everybody, it's Sammertime, and man, I am so excited to finally be able to get this little secret bit of information off my chest. Obviously, I've been alluding to all year that I've got a trip coming up, and I've just been waiting to finalize everything and get everything locked in for sure. So I knew I was definitely taking on this next challenge and not start talking about it and then have to, backtrack and say, well, I wasn't going this year. So anyway, I bought my plane ticket yesterday to Canada, where I will be starting my attempt of the Eastern Continental Trail this coming June. And like I said, I'm super excited about it. It's going to take me about 9 or 10 months, which puts me finishing in 2019. And so it's unlike anything I've ever done. The other two through hikes I've done are about 1,000 miles each. One's a little less, one's a little more. But the Eastern Continental Trail is almost 5,000 miles. And the longest of through hikes taken me so far is 51 days. This one is going to take me over 200 days. Since I moved back to North Carolina from Florida, I've been working at the same place I was working before. They gave me my job right back, and I really appreciated that. And so I've been saving money and spending a lot of time planning this hike. And I'm super compulsive and enjoy laying out all the logistics of a hike. So I've been enjoying that, but just waiting to buy that plane ticket and make sure I had enough money saved up to be able to sustain myself for 9 months out there. So the Eastern Continental Trail is actually a route. It starts in the top, or you can go south, southbound or northbound. A lot of people actually start where I'm going to end, which is in Key West. But you can start up in Canada, where most people that do a through hike of the Eastern Continental Trail will start in Cape Gasp, which is in a peninsula in Quebec. Technically, the ECT, the Eastern Continental Trail, does continue all the way up through Nova Scotia and Prince Edward Island, which is even further north. But the majority of people that hike the Eastern Continental Trail and call it a through hike start at Cape Gasp and Ferrillion Park, which has got a really nice, pretty lighthouse and looks over these cliffs into the ocean. So it's a great starting point or finishing point. And then I'm going to continue all the way to Key West. So you end up hiking the entire eastern coast of North American continent, essentially. What's easily hikeable anyway. So you connect a lot of routes. That first 600 miles in Canada is on the International Appalachian Trail, and that starts where the Appalachian Trail in America stops at Mount Katahdin and continues just outside of Baxter Park all the way through Quebec, and like I said, all up through Nova Scotia and such. And technically, that trail, interestingly enough, continues all the way to Spain, and they're trying to get it into Morocco. And this is through England and Scotland and Iceland, because all those countries are actually Appalachian Mountains, right, from when we were Pangea and all close up together. So it busted apart when we broke up, but it's still the same mountain range that we have over here. So it's really interesting, but not part of what I'm going to do, but I'd love to do more of it someday. Anyway, so you do that first 600 miles to Canada, then you hop on the Appalachian Trail at Mount Katahdin, and I'll go southbound all the way down to Springer Mountain in Georgia. And then I'll get on the Benton-MacKaye Trail, which is a loop, and I'll actually head north a little bit, about 70 miles, to then hop on the Pinhoti Trail in Georgia. Take that through to Alabama, where the Pinhoti Trail continues through Alabama. And then at Flag Mountain, I'll get off in Alabama and I'll do a road walk, almost 200-mile road walk, down to the Florida border, where I'll hop on the good old Florida Trail, which I just finished last year. And I had a great time on, and I've really been longing to get back on a lot of those sections. So this time I'll be doing that trail southbound, which will be an entirely new experience. I'll also get to do the Blackwater section, which I missed last year and opted to end at Fort Pickens in Pensacola for the beach ending. But everybody told me that the Blackwater section up north through Florida instead of west up towards Alabama is awesome. So I'm excited to get to see that. And then there's a couple other Choose Your Own Adventure parts on the Florida Trail that I'm really psyched for too. You can go east or west around Orlando, and you can go east or west around Okeechobee, Lake Okeechobee. I will do the opposite choices of what I did last year and get to see those parts too. And then when I finish in Big Cypress, the Florida Trail, I will continue on down to a couple road walks to the bottom of Florida where I'll hop on the Overseas Heritage Trail, which goes over all those crazy bridges, the 7 Mile Bridge, all the way to the Keys, and ends finally at the southernmost point in the United States, at Key West. And like I said, it's almost 5,000 miles. The length and the length of time I'll be out there, the distance are certainly crazy, and also this is way more elevation than I've done as a solo through hiker. Florida is completely flat, obviously, and then North Carolina Mountains to Sea Trail, I got 2 weeks in the beginning of really, tough elevation, and enjoyed that. It kicked my butt, but I enjoyed it. So I'm looking forward to a little more trudging and huffing and puffing on this trail, and we'll see if I can handle that as well. There's so much more to come. I just wanted to go ahead and get that out there. Y'all be looking for me starting June 26th. I'm going to post videos, of course, and hopefully y'all will enjoy following along as much as I enjoy having y'all follow along. Between now and then, I'll be putting up gear lists, food lists, and just other videos about planning and stuff. But boom, there it is. Sammertime on the Eastern Continental Trail, 2018 to 2019. I can't wait. Bye.